Hey everyone, you're here with Winter on the Arc Eminence Ascended server. Today I'm going to be showing you some cool breeding tools that we have on our servers and just a few tips to help you get those dino babies going. So the first tool we have is definitely a must-have for me while I'm breeding is the Super Spyglass. So this is an awesome tool because it shows you stats. So you can see the first number, that is its wild stats allocated. These are my base dinos, so I've combined all my favoured stats to one for my base mutation dinos, and of course all my base dinos are the same stats. So yeah, first number is wild stats allocated. The second zero is any mutation levels. The third zero is any allocated stats that you put into the dino while leveling it up. And then, of course, you can see the mother and father and how many mutations you've gotten from them. It also shows you color regions and what colors are in those, as well as your mating status, when your dinos are ready to mate, and what timer they have. Excuse me. So, a really, really useful tool while breeding. Our second tool is our incubator. So on our server we have the improved incubator on. So works like the egg incubator from ASE, just better. We have a few settings available on this thing, which makes breeding so much easier. The first thing I'm going to show you is range. So you're able to adjust the range on this thing. I believe the highest is 50, and it is a massive range. So my ones are currently set at 6, and at 50 it is a massive range. So you'll be able to breed the biggest of dinos with this thing. Range. Let's just hide that for a second. And we have some settings. So we have a auto collect eggs, and that is going to pick up any eggs that your dinos lay. It's only going to pick up fertilized eggs, not unfertilized eggs. It has an auto hatch setting, so it will, if this is ticked, it's going to automatically hatch your eggs as soon as they are incubated. And the other setting we have is auto cryo babies, and as you can see it says auto cryo babies will require a nearby incubator cryo storage. So we do have a normal cryo storage. That's not going to work for this thing, so you need this one here for this to work. Is the incubator cryo storage, not cryo fridge. And so what that's going to do is, as soon as your egg is fully incubated, it's going to then automatically put your baby into a single use cryopod into this fridge here. You cannot put normal cryopods in here. It does have a storage of 500, so it is massive, and definitely good luck to you if you do fill this up with babies. As when they are in the cryopods, you can't really see the stats. I'll just show you on one of these ones. So yeah, it doesn't show you any mutation stats or how many you've got, or as you can see, like it's got zeros and that, so you will have to throw the babies out to know what you're working with. So if you fill that to 500 and having to sift through that, good luck to you. So I try not to let that fill up too much. Your other settings you have is mutated stats to destroy. So this is a handy tool if you're only looking for certain mutations. So you can set that to however you like, and anything under these values will be destroyed. So as soon as the egg goes in, it will be destroyed if it doesn't meet the criteria that you input. You also have egg gender to destroy, so if you're only looking for a male, then you can set that, and vice versa with female. So those are some cool settings. You also have temperature controls, so you can set your preferred egg and you will get a egg hatch boost if you set the right temperature for your egg. You also have a hatch all eggs, and you have some gestation options as well. I haven't yet tried the incubator on gestation times yet, so I'm not too sure on how these work and if they work well. You also have enable automatic temperature. Again, this I have not tested as well. So definitely a cool breeding tool. I've got some eggs on me now. So as you can see here, you can pretty much see the same stuff as the ASE, which shows you your temperature gauge, and obviously you want your gauge to go in the green zone to get that incubation boost. So yeah, a cool handy breeding tool. Sometimes your window display isn't going to show correctly. Sometimes to fix that, you can use this refresh egg display button, or you can take all out and then put them back in, and it should refresh your window. A lot of the times it doesn't refresh if there's no eggs in there. For some reason it'll still just show the old eggs that were last in there. That's just part of the mod, I think. But yeah, that is our egg incubator. The next tool I'm going to show you is you the mutator. So this is from our Machine Plus mod. To craft this, you need to make it in the machine station, which can be this machine station can be crafted in your inventory, and this bench will pretty much show you all the engrams that are from the Machine Plus. So your mutator here. So it does cost some element, 20 element. Definitely well worth it though if you are a breeder. So default, the cost per pulse was 100 element per pulse. I have changed that cost to 50 obsidian. Do note that after each pulse you do need to pick it up and then replace it again for the pulse to work again. That's even after the timer has run out on it. For the next pulse, for some reason it just won't activate the pulse again unless it's been picked up and placed again. So what this mutator does is when you activate the pulse, it will automatically guarantee any babies to have a mutation. Now on our server we're able to stack this twice so that you will get 4 level stats instead of 2. It does have a big range, as you can see here. The yellowish bubble is the mutator radius, so it has a decent radius, and all my lines just fit in that radius. And then I've got my incubator radius is blue. So yeah, this gives you a guaranteed mutation, and with 2 pulses you're guaranteed a mutation, but it having 4 levels added instead of 2. So that's why I have 2 here. The radiated effect lasts around 600 seconds, I believe it is, or just under 600 seconds. With our server settings, you're able to get about 2 mates, and so 2 lots of eggs. So yeah, that's the thing with this is the pulse needs to be done while the dinos are mating and when the egg has hatched for the effect of this to work. So I usually like to activate the pulse when my dinos are about 85% mated, and then I'll hit both the pulses, and then the babies will then get the effect. Yeah, so that is the mutator. The other little tool that we have is the gender swap potion. So this is from the Draconics Chronicles. You can craft these in the Draconic Cauldron, and the draconic cauldron needs to be crafted in the draconic shrine. The shrine can be crafted from your inventory, and as you can see here, the default cost for this was 100 element, but I've changed the recipe just to make it a bit more accessible for everybody on the server. And so this is definitely a must-have for me, because it saves the need of having to breed till you get your stud with that mutation stat. So even if you get a female with that desired stat, you just give her one of these and then voila, you have your stud. Yeah, that is pretty much it for my little breeding tools and tips for you guys. I hope you enjoy, and I hope that helps.